Hey, everyone. Let me know if you can hear me. See, the angle for this time is a little different for my live. I just moved my camera from here to there. So right now, it's better for my leg as well. So hopefully, this can give you guys a better experience as well. And it can also keep me focused when I do the sharing. Right? So, yeah, friends, happy to see you here as well. All right. So let your friend know after the hop on. Okay, because today's training is really fun topics. Today I will cover how you can be a better parent, and you can base on that to trace back. Okay, why now you are not like a successful guy? Is it because of the parents? Is it because of my surrounding? How come the people and me born at the same year, but this guy still 22 years old, 23 years old, 25 years old, but why they can have a successful life? Why me, 40 years old, can achieve nothing? How come? Why? Is it because of childhood or because what's happening around me? So today, I'm going to show you very important concept, okay? Tricks, a theory that you need to follow. Okay, you need to ask yourself whether you are following this guideline as well, so that you can give your children the best you can, and let him or let her to be the best version of herself or himself. All right. So, hey 777, when you are ready, take out your notebooks. Okay, and we're gonna start. All right. So one hand on your chest, another hand on your stomach. Let's begin today's training. Okay, close your eyes. So, breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Right? So, good. Hope luck. Happy to see you guys here. All right. So today, let me not use a PowerPoint. I'm gonna use the sketchboard. Let me use the sketchboard. Great. Let me find the pen. Alright, where's the pen? Here's the pen. Okay, let's begin. All right. So why? What's today's topic? Today's topic is, okay, how to be a best parent, how to be a very good parent so that you can actually offer the best thing to your kid, and how to make your kid shine. Today, you need to remember two things. Start to write this down. Write this down on your book. As a parent, you need to do two things. The first one, you need your parents, you need your kid to have a dream. Okay, to have a dream. What is a dream? You don't know Yik again. Why you talk about dream again? Yep, I'm gonna talk about dream. I'm gonna talk about purpose. I'm gonna talk about motivation. Because without motivation, you cannot work. Motivation or dream or all the things is what we call a driving force. What is a driving force? What is a driving force? An engine. You need what? You need fuel. Right? An engine needs fuel. What kind of fuel? It can be coal, it can be petroleum, it can be electricity, it can be anything. Same, even the airplane. Okay, the airplane. You want the airplane to fly in the sky, you need what? You know, you need what's they called? Kerosene. It's kerosene? Something like the engine, the fuel for the engine of the airplane. Right? Every system, we call it system. They are system. Need something to keep them running. And for human being, that power is what we call driving force. It's called driving force. So what is a driving force? In another word, it's called dream. Go ahead and watch every single successful people's interview. Go to read their biography. They will tell that, oh, in my childhood, I saw a car, which is a Ferrari. At that moment, I go ahead and ask the driver. The driver said, hey, actually, I work in an IT company. And then at that moment, that kid will think, okay, work in an IT company. Actually, no, he owns an IT company. At that moment, he knows that, okay, in my future, I need to own an IT company so that I can drive the Ferrari. See, same things. At that moment, the kid was like, okay, I need to be a boss. I need to start my own company. I need to go into IT. Then he have a very, very clear purpose, a very clear dream. Then let's say another story. Li Ka-shing. Anyone know Li Ka-shing? Li Ka-shing? Let me show you his face. Li Ka-shing. Let me show you Li Ka-shing first. Taiwan, if you know him. Li Ka-shing is the richest guy, used to be the richest guy in China until someone become richer than him. But still now, his wealth is controlled, not controlled, I mean, it's managed by 200 accountants around the globe. Yeah, the money he has right now has over 200 accountants to managing his wealth. Some house in Canada, some house in Hawaii, some house in different part of the world, all managed by 20 accountants. That's how much money he has. Right? So how come Li Ka-shing can become so successful? Li Ka-shing come from Quzhou, okay, one of the city, one of the province, and one of the city in China, not Hong Kong. At that time, his dad always bring him to the beach. At that moment, Li Ka-shing, what did he do? Li Ka-shing look at the sea. Okay, Li Ka-shing look at the sea. He just look at the sea. And he can see the boats, he can see the sunset, he can see that the world is so huge, so big. Li Ka-shing have a quote. When he talked to his employee, he will say, we are all from the same boat, the same ship, the same ferry. So we have to work together. We have to have the same heart, the sense of belonging, so that our ship will never sink. That's what he said. Because at that moment when he was young, he looked at the sea. He showed him that, okay, I need to have a boat to travel around the globe. That's why one of the biggest company that Li Ka-shing own is actually a logistic company. They own a lot of cargo ship. Yeah, cargo ship. One of the pier belongs to him in Hong Kong. So Li Ka-shing have a dream that because he look at the sea, he know that, okay, the road is so big, I need to travel around the road. I need to make a bigger impact to the road. So like this, go to see the beach, and then he can have a dream. All caused by who? By his dad. That's what his dad is doing. And then do you know Lang Lang? Do you know Lang Lang? Okay, Taiwan, if you know him. The same thing. Lang Lang, in the beginning, he has no idea what's a piano. He had no idea what's a piano. What he did? His dad used his life saving, bring Lang Lang to USA, and in USA to watch one piano show. Just one piano show. All the life saving. Go ahead, Lang Lang, go ahead, enjoy the show. And when he was just a kid, he saw amazing performance by a pianist on the stage. That moment, Lang Lang said, okay, I want to become king on the stage. Since then, every single day, every single year, he keep learning piano, he keep playing his piano. Now he's become who he is. Right? As simple as it is. If you want your kid to have a driving force, show him something. guide him, let him to explore, let him to see something. There must be something that trigger him. There must be something that trigger him. Why there's a lot of NBA stars? Why there's a lot of NBA players? Because what? Because of Michael Jordan, because of Magic Johnson, because of all this amazing big name that they keep watching NBA when they were young, and they know that, okay, I have a dream. I want to become an NBA basketball player. Done. They go ahead and start playing. Right? Kobe Bryant, right? LeBron James. They all have a model, the role model when they were young, just because of they keep seeing something. Right? So the same for you guys. The same for you guys. Have you done a proper job? Have you done a proper job that maybe yourself, you not have a dream? Maybe because of responsibility, you can no longer go outside and go for your dream. Then why not give the opportunity to your kid? Why not give the opportunity to your kid? Let them explore more. Let them see more stuff. Let them read more books. Show them some amazing story. Show them that they can change the world. Show them Elon Musk's story. Show them Jeff Bezos' story. Show them Warren Buffett's story. There must be one leader in every single industry. Maybe just let him watch the interview, watch the movie. Let him or let her to see which one he want to become, and then let him do it. That's how you can let him to go to what we call, that's what I like. He will become automated. Automated. Yeah, he will be automated once he finds his route. See, really easy, really easy. Alright, so type yes if you agree that you need to have a dream for your children. So the first one is dream. The second one, in Chinese, we call it 武力精神, 五力精神. 5, I would say self, okay? No, not lead, it's 5 字, 五字精神. Self is self. Okay? 5, self spirit. Okay? You need to train your kid with this 5 self. Which 5 self? Let me show it to you one by one. Okay, let me show it to you one by one. The first one. If you know Chinese, perfect. You should already understand what it means. If you don't know, you don't know Chinese, this keyword, it means self. I would say, okay, you be the master of your life. Okay, master, 主 is master. It is master. That means, are you able? Are your kid? I'm talking about the kid, not you. I'm talking about the kid. Are you right now telling that, hey, wear this clothes, eat this, try this, do that? Are you giving them order? Are you still the one giving them order? Are you giving them orders? Or they are the one to make decision? Because in your life, because in your life, if you are the one giving them orders and they follow, when they are away from you, there will also be someone giving your kid orders. Yeah. He will be a slave. He will be a follower. He will be someone keep listening to orders instead of giving orders. He can never become a master. He can never become a leader because he has been someone in his whole life listening to you, listening to someone. And he's always waiting because since he was born, he never tried to make decisions for himself. How about you? Are you? There's only 2 types of people. One type of people, they always have self-confidence. They always know what they need to do. They always give orders. And there's another type of people, they always keep hiding in the corner and waiting for instruction. They are the followers. They're the followers. Only 3% of people on earth is a leader. And 97% of people, they are followers. Because the leader gives instruction to the follower. And the follower execute. Then who works for who? The 97% of people work for this 3% of people. And just because of 97% of the parents love to give orders, they are control freak. Control everything. Right? You try to You don't even let them to make decision. How can you expect them they can become a leader, right? So you know from now on, let them pick. Okay, do you want to use a spoon or you want to use a fork? Do you want to wear white or you want to wear blue? You want to wear pink or wear red? It doesn't matter. Just let him pick. Because it doesn't matter, right? Because 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years later, he will know, oh, when I wear pink, doesn't look good on me. Then he will change to wear blue. Or when he know that, go outside drinking beer is not good, so that he know he will not drink beer. Right? Doesn't mean it's good or bad. There's always the good side and the bad side. But if you think that it's always the good things that he has to do, he never try the bad thing, he never know what is a mistake. He never know what is the good thing to try. Because he just know that my mom told me to do that. If you go outside, you know there's something like this. Oh, my mom told me that I should not eat this. Or my mom told me that I should not listen to stranger. My mom told me. Do you want him to do like that to his friend? Do you think his friend or his girlfriend or boyfriend would like it? When he always talking about, I need to wait for my mom's orders. I need to wait for my dad to give me the permission to do that. See? Just because of that, he start to compare with other students, with other friends. And then he know that he's still different. Because their friend have freedom and I do not have freedom. So that's the first one. 自主. Let your children, let your kid have the power to make decisions. Okay? Okay, let me give you another example. I don't know how many of you guys still remember in your childhood, in a primary school or secondary school, the people who always listen to their mom or listen to the teacher, where are they now? Where are they now? They are still working full-time for someone. How about the kid, the most naughtiest kid? The naughtiest kid in the school, where are they now? They suddenly become a boss. They go outside, they try a lot of different stuff. They are doing exactly what they like. See, the same things. Just depends on whether you listen to orders or you are the one who makes self-decision, can make a huge change, a huge difference. Right? So that's the first one. It's okay if your kid is naughty, because when he is naughty, that means he's what? He loves to break the law. He loves to break the comfort zone. When someone keep breaking the comfort zone, what they can become? They can become someone who what? Who keep making innovation, who keep changing things, changing life, keep leveling up. They have a growth mindset instead of a fixed mindset. Alright, so the second one. So the first one is 自主. Okay, let them become the master. The second one is what we call 自信. Self-confidence. Okay, self-confidence. Are you I don't know how many of you guys are being compared. Like, Peter in the school is getting higher marks than you. He getting being good in school. How about you? You fail your mathematics, you fail Chinese, you fail this and that. Why like that? Why you want to compare your children, your kid with someone? When you compare, you're basically looking down on them. You cannot make them feel confident. Yes, you know that he need to pass you. He need to pass you, not pass the exam. Because if you don't like the 97, you want 100% correct, no way. It's so difficult to achieve. You want them to understand that, okay, I can have self-confidence so that I can become successful. Because none of the successful person do not have confidence. Every successful person have confidence. Why? Because they believe in themselves. Because they do not need to wait for the confirmation from you. But if your kid, since when he was in childhood, he always need to wait for your approval. Hence, his confidence is originated from where? From you. So you are the one who gives them confidence. If you are the one that give them permission, since then, he will be always be the little guy. He will always wait for someone to approve it. He cannot prove himself because he do not have self-confidence. So you need to build his confidence up by praising him or praising her. Let her know or let him know she or he have done a good job. Give her the permission, give him the permission, give reward instead of complain, instead of criticize, instead of punishment. Use motivation, use reward, use gifts to motivate him that, yeah, when you can achieve it, you get that. When you achieve it, you get this. And no need to compare with other people. Because different parents are going to have different way of treating someone. And all you need to do is to build your kid confidence. Right? 10. Number 3. This is the one I like. 自立. Okay, what do you mean 自立? Okay, stand up by themselves. Let me stand up, basically stand up. Is he still need to rely on you? Can he or can she take good care of himself? Can he able to clean the room, do the laundry, cook for himself? Or he need to always rely on someone? Rely on someone. Are you someone that protecting me, always under your umbrella? Or he is okay to, okay, go ahead, go to have a 3-day trip with your friends. Go ahead, do whatever you like. Go outside, do something, right? Instead of always waiting for you to pack the backpack, pack the food, the sandwiches, the underwear, the socks. Let him do what he need to do. Because otherwise, when he get married, is that you still cooking for him? Or is that you still doing the laundry? When do you need to start? I don't know, maybe you guys are, if you guys are like already 50, 60 years old, you will know. Because when you were young, your home may not have a lot of stuff. When you are just 12, 13 years old, you need to live by yourself. The same my dad. My dad told me when he was just like 7 years old, he need to help cooking. He need to help to take a shower for my uncle, for my aunt. Because he is the eldest one at home. And he needed to do all the same when he was 7 years old. And then when he was like around 20 something, my granddad told him, hey, now is your time to swim over Shenzhen to Hong Kong and cross the border and see maybe you can make a living. Yep, my dad was the first in the family swim across the river and then trespassing into Hong Kong and then get a Hong Kong ID card. That's why I can live in Hong Kong. Okay, but my other relatives, they are still in China, and that's to make a change of life. But he has to do that when he was just young. And you know the guns, the people in the standing on the border, and he's able to do it. And when he crossed the border, he need to hide in someone's house for a few days, for a few weeks, until the Hong Kong government said, okay, we're going to give you guys Hong Kong ID card. Just come out. Now you get an ID card. Are you able to do that when you are just like 20 years old, 7 years old? No, right? But how about now? He can do whatever he can. Okay? You guys are always more powerful than the current kid because you guys have a more, I don't know, maybe poor, more difficult childhood than the people right now. Because right now they have enough food, they have enough water, they have electricity, they always stay in a what we call one side in a house. Okay, in a house that have all your protection. Alright? So let them stand up by themselves. Otherwise, they have to always leaning on you. Okay, number 4. Number 4 is the most important one. Number 4 is the most important. Zhi qiang. In English, I would say recover. 復原力。復原力啊。Can he or she face a failure and he's able to recover? How long time does someone need to recover? I don't recommend you guys want your kid to get number 1 in class. Okay, I don't want you guys to always expect your kid to be the best in the class. There's a lot, there's a lot of example that when someone get number 1, the first in the class when they were in the primary school, and then when they go to secondary school, because the secondary school everyone is so strong, and that guy maybe get the failed exam or not the first position in the class, he go to what? Go to suicide. Because he cannot accept that in my life, that when I was in primary school, I'm always the number 1. But why now I go to a secondary school, I go to another school, all my grade is so bad. He cannot accept himself. He cannot recover. That's why he think about suicide. He cannot accept this. A lot of people just because of this pressure. The up and down is too big. They never know that the world outside is so huge. There's so many more people that's better than him, stronger than him. Because he always thinks he's the best, but he do not have enough strength in terms of recovery. So you need to let them fail more. The more they fail, the faster they grow. Just like that, my cousin, it's my cousin. Yeah, my cousin have a daughter. He will let the daughter. So let's say there's a boiling hot water, He would say, "Go ahead, touch it." He will ask her daughter to touch the hot water. So when she first time touch it, she will know it's hot. She shouldn't play with the hot water. Yeah, easy, just one time. Okay, let him to play with it, let him to touch it, let her to experience. A lot of people, they just say, no, right? No, don't do it. But do you know your kid, they have no idea what is no. Why should I not doing it? Because you say no, it trigger their curiosity. They just want to, okay, you say no, I want to do it. Because you say no, that means if I can do it, I'm winning. So they go ahead and try it. Then this creates issues. So if just go ahead, let them try. Let them fail. When they fail, they know that, okay, now I get the experience. I know what's wrong. I know what to do next. Right? So you need to give enough opportunity for a kid to try new things and to fail more. And when every time he fails, he can always stand up, he can always recover. Then even in the future, even though his boss, even though when he faces some kind of adversity, he will always stand up. Because you lose only when you give up. Okay? You lose the battle only when you give up. So you need to keep standing up. Okay? When you fall, just stand up. Keep standing up. Are you able to keep standing up? A lot of people, there's a trend. Let me show you. Life is about trend. Okay, life is always about trend. It's always like this. Up and down, and then up and down, and then up and down, and up and down. Right? Here, yes, you're happy. Oh, when it's going down. Are you able to stand up, and stand up so that you can wait for the next wave up and the next wave down, up and down? Every 10 years, there's always a recession. Every 10 years, there will be financial crisis. It's always like that. It always repeats itself. Who can make the money? They make the money when they know there's financial crisis. They buy. They start their own business. They get investment because they're going to ride the next wave. Money is made not in the uptrend. Money is made when it is in the downtrend. Every time it's like this. Even this time with COVID, a lot of companies make money and a lot of companies shut down. Why they make the change? Because the people, they learned how to stand out. They know they need to make a change. But some other people, they do not know how to make a change. Hence, they lose their job. They need to ask for subsidy from the government. They fail to wake up. They fail to get back to where they are. The same for a kid. From the beginning, let them to play with some competition, lose some battles, so they know that they're gonna get back up. All right. Then the fifth one. The fifth one is called 自律. 自律. In Chinese, in English, discipline. Okay, discipline. For discipline, I want to show you an example. It's actually here. What's that? Yeah, what? Here. This is the one. Okay. Confucius. It's called Confucius, right? Confucius started 儒家. Okay, start Confucius. Okay. He promotes one thing, a few things. He focused on love for humanity, love for everyone. He promotes being polite, okay, being respect to other people. He promotes authenticity. He promotes credibility. He promotes things that you need to what? Trustworthy. And he focuses really important. You need to respect your parents and respect your family members, which is your brother and sister. And loyalty. Loyalty. Whether it's loyalty to the country, loyalty to your family, loyalty to your wife, loyalty to your boss, as long as you are loyalty. And it focuses a lot on one thing. Respect. Yep. Respect. Respect the God. Respect the sky. Respect the nature. Respect the water you have right now. Respect everyone. Respect the teacher. As long as you have the self-discipline to do all this, this is the minimum that can help you to control yourself. A lot of people want, I want to eat more. They cannot control themselves. They have a strong desire because they do not have the self-control. Here, the self-discipline is the same things. Do your kid have the self-discipline to respect you, to control their behavior, to control their emotion, have a strong EQ? Or they are someone that always being angry, always do not respect you, always scream at you? Or you let them know that they have to first behave themselves so that when people look at him, people will know that this kid has a really, really good parents. Yep. Your kid is a one-on-one reflection of you. Yep. Directly. You are the mirror. And you're basically the mirror. Your kid is a reflection. Your kid is part of you. It's part of you. You have no excuses. You have no excuses. 50% from your wife, 50% from your husband. And then you give birth to your kid. And then what do they learn? They learn from you. Because you spend most of the time with them. They spend most of the time with you. Look at this. Look at this. When you talk about education, there's actually three parts. Three levels of education. The first one, family. Okay. The second one, the schooling. The third one, the community. Or you can say the culture. Right? Family cover at least 70%. Schooling around 25%. And community around 5%. This is how important it is for family teaching, for family education, because in their life, they really spend more than 70% of their time with you. Even though, no, my kid go to school. Really? Your kid go to school? How many hours in the school? 6 hours? 7 hours? How many other hours? Still have 18 hours with you. Right? Still have 18 hours with you. How about community and culture? Yeah, just simple stuff. Whether how other people are doing, what the neighborhood is doing, what the news is talking about, the book is talking about, they will not spend a lot of time here. Because when a kid, when they are really, really young, maybe from when they start to think, which like around 2 years old until like 18 years old, this period of time, they keep learning from you first, and then they learn from their friends, then they learn from the society. Are you giving them the proper training? Are you being a role model to them, or you're the one who ruined their life? Are you ruining their life? There's a quote that's saying that there's two types of people. One type of people, they use their whole life. Okay, to fix their childhood. Okay, first type of people, they use their whole life to fix their childhood. And the second type of people, they use their childhood, okay, to fix their whole life. Okay, 幸福的人用童年疗愈一生，不幸福的人用一生来疗愈童年。What it means is, if you guys have a really amazing childhood, this childhood experience gonna let them enjoy their whole life. Whenever they face problem, they're gonna remember their mom, their parents in their childhood. They fixed this already. They know how to deal with it. But when some people, they have a poor childhood, like people who are orphaned, people have a fight, the parents is not good, they have fights, they're divorced, single mom, single dad family, Okay, they may have a poor experience about the future. They have shadow. That's why in their whole life, they have to get back up just by fixing themselves using their whole life, because they always have the shadow in their when they're in the childhood. The example is my cat, just like my cat. Just like my cat. Because I have 3 cats. All 3 of them is adopted. Okay, one of them is like around 1.5 years old. One of them is like nearly 1 year old. One of them is like 6 months old. The 6 months old one is the youngest one. He was adopted when he was just 1 month old. That means he not yet have any poor experience outside. And that's the cat that always meow every single time when I do the live, the white one. Okay, because he has no back shadow, he has no shadow at all. Just like interacting with human. Then here comes the second one. The second one, which is the around like nearly 1 year old one. That cat always hiding in the corner, always. As long as when we stand up, he just go away. Okay, we don't know what happened. Maybe when he was outside in the street, someone did something to him or her to make her feel like that. No, I hate human being. When human beings come to me, they're gonna grab me, they're gonna do something for me. That's why she has a shadow. Even though we have been raising her for the past 3 to 4 months, it didn't change at all. She still thinks like that. It may take a longer time to turn her to become a lovely cat that always stick with us. Then there's the third one, the eldest one, which is like 1.5 years old. For that one, he has a very strong wounds. He get hurt at the back. He's bleeding. Even when we take over him, he's still bleeding. We need to clean the wound every single day. He was really shy. He didn't eat at all. He didn't walk outside the cage. But now, after we keep cleaning his wound, we're feeding him, we take good care of him, he kind of changed his personality. Now he's the most stickiest one, kind of. Wherever we go out, when we follow around, he always stay with us. He meow, we do all these things. See, we're gonna see the change just by taking care of the cat. The same for human. Human memory even stronger and longer than cats. Cats only 10, 15 years of life. Human, up to 100. Up to 100. And they have plenty of time to build up the poor experience. Right? Or maybe when he was in year 1, year 2, year 4, year 5, year 6, year 10, when he's 10 years old, 11 years old, every single year, gonna have some bad experience or good experience. The whole childhood can be 20 years old long after you. And you are the one who owns 70% of the time. Are you able to take up your responsibility? Whether you're the first time parents, or you already have a grandson, follow this guideline. The 5 self. Alright? Who remember which 5? The first one, self-master. Let him to become the master of their life. The second one, self-confident. So he knows he can make decisions. He knows he can be better. Number 3, stand up. Whether he can manage himself manage himself, or he still need to rely on you. Make him to be self-dependent. Okay, self-dependent. And number 4, self-recovery. Is he able to stand up? He fix every problem, or he able to have the courage to deal with every situation, and you do not give up. Okay. And number 5, self-discipline. Okay, self-discipline. If he or she can control his emotion, can know how to play a good human being, right? Respect other people, okay? Offering help other people, instead of what? Throwing all the things at you. Be emotional. See, that's the idea. That's the meaning about the 5 self. And now I want to share with you a case study, a story. Yesterday I was watching a documentary by BBC. Anyone know BBC? One of the biggest television broadcast company in the UK, in the United Kingdom. So BBC done a documentary. It's an exchange, you can say exchange program, which means they go to the public school and the private school. They want to compare. Okay, why? The private school student can always become the leader in the UK. But the people in the public school, they always become the worker, or they always go into crime. What happened? What's happening? So they go to each school, they pick 3 students. They pick 3 students from one of them. And they go to exchange for 2 weeks. So here is what's happening. is what's happening. The difference between a private school and a public school. And you're going to see the 5 self I talked about in the last 30 minutes. You're going to see that exactly happening in these 2 schools. First things. When they arrive at school, even the principal of both schools, they also go to see what's happening in different schools. The first thing they discover is that, first, the teacher are the same. The same in terms of their way of teaching, in terms of their quality of teaching. And in some cases, the teacher in the public school actually did a better job than the one in the private school. Because, in the public school, the teacher have to explain more. They need to take good care of the children, of the students, so that they can learn more stuff. That's why usually the people in the public school, they actually have a stronger behavior, have a stronger quality in terms of teaching. They really, really love teaching, so that they're in the public school changing people's life. But a lot of teachers in the private school, because the people are already quite smart, they have a strong foundation. They do not require much training or much teaching or guidance. So that's the first thing, the first difference. The second difference. Make a guess. Do you think the student in the private school wake up earlier, or the student in the public school wake up earlier, that they need to go to school? Which one? Is the public school need to wake up earlier to go to school, or the private school? A or B? A is the public school, B is the private school. In this documentary, it said that in the private school, the people need to wake up, the student need to wake up at around 6:30. At 6:30, they need to wake up and they need to attend what we call assembly. They need to go to the court and they listen to someone speaking, right? And for the people in the public school, they wake up at 8 and they may go to school at 8:30 or 9 and then they start the day. So what's the difference? Why do you wake up early? The people in the private school, they wake up early because of one thing. The principal every single morning gonna do a public speaking. Yep, they're gonna do public speaking. Not just talk about the future, talk about all these things. They actually invite, the private school will invite people who are successful in different industry, maybe lawyer, maybe politician, maybe CEO of some country or some company, and go to the school every single morning and do public speaking, motivational speech. If your kid in a private school, every single day you're gonna see people from the law firm, from the restaurant company, from the medical company, doctor, I don't know, dietitian, whatever. Every single few days, gonna someone stand on the stage. Hey, I'm someone from Harvard. Actually, I'm the professor teaching mathematics. Right now, we are working on a business model that can change the projectile or X and Y, and so that we know when we go to Mars, it takes how long time. And then there's another professor come up the second day. Hey, I'm actually someone who from Oxford. We are doing some kind of experience in terms of cancer. We are finding up some ways to cure brain cancer. Now we are doing a final step already. We are doing this cell. We're getting sample from the chimpanzee and then the mice and this and that. See, I know, okay, maybe somehow they invited Elon Musk. They invited, I don't know, someone go there and talk about the future, talk about something. See, what are they doing? Just the assembly alone, the school is giving the private school student a dream. The more you see, the bigger your imagination. The bigger your imagination, there will be some seed, some inspiration inside you. And from where? From people sharing. When you know that, oh my God, the world is so big, I can do this, I can do that. Because when they're young, they know that someone already achieved it. And they know what they really, really want, just through the sharing. Which means every single day they go to school, they're picking. Okay, what I want to be in the future. It's like a catalog. They read the catalog every single day. Okay, I want to be a lawyer. Then they know that. They will talk to their parents, they talk to the school teacher, they know that, okay, I want to be a lawyer. And then the study will be focused on how to become a lawyer, how to read more books, how to do this, how to get a degree, kind of things. So the future already kind of set. But how do people in the public school? People in the public school, they do. They go there, have fun, they play around, they finish school, go back home, they start to do what? Watching television, playing computer games. But how do people in the public school? Because the morning's assembly already give them a hope, the motivation. So that's why when they after school, they may not go back home directly. They may go to do other activity. Can be something like a tutorial, can be something to play around with music, sport, all this and that, to trigger the desire, to let them have a focus, not just on the knowledge, but also on the body, on the creativity, which is music or drawing, and exploration around the world with different activity. You know, in the private school, I see one of the image, the video. It showed that the kid can actually try to go to learn how to fix a car. They go to learn how to fix a car. So what? Yeah. And they also have a trip, a summer camp. They can go to become an army. They go to the army and be trained by the army. Then what? They are facing failure. Yep, that's the third difference. They have the opportunity to face failure. For example, hey, learn how to fix that car. It's unfixable. Go ahead, try to fix it. Learn how to solve problems. Okay, learn how to solve problems. And go to the army. Like, look at the sergeant. Look at those boss. Okay, those big guys shouting at you, hey, go ahead and do 100 push-ups. Go ahead and run at the court for 3 times. See? They are being trained to face adversity just by doing this kind of training, this kind of activity. That's what they're giving. The first one, they have a dream. Okay, they have a dream. The second one, they have self-discipline. That's because they only have a dream. They know what they need to do. They try to control themselves that maybe after school, I need to do something. And the school provides that opportunity. And the third one, they face adversity. When they're young, go to camp. Okay, go to fix the car. Do this and that. Just these 3 different already changed their life. And here comes the 4th difference. Okay, if you right now already enjoy what I'm doing, okay, go ahead, give me a like in this training or subscribe to this video if you haven't, right? The fourth one is gathering. Every few weeks, every few months, they're gonna have some night gathering. Okay, night gathering. In Hong Kong, the University of Hong Kong where I've studied, they also have one. It's called high table dinner, which means people just have dinner together with a long high table and people on the stage, they keep giving speech, and you guys hanging around, hang out, and keep talking like a high class gathering, something like that. They have the same things in the UK. Because Hong Kong people also learn from, it's also one of the colonies from the UK. That's why in the UK, they also have a gathering. At that moment, the 3 kids, remember the 3 kids? The exchange students, the 3 kids. Here, see the difference. Still fine. Okay, still fine. They said that in the beginning, I go to assembly, it's okay. I'm more self-disciplined, I'm okay. I have a dream, I listen to the talk, it's okay. But when they having the party, the dinner, they start to see that, oh my God, that's the difference between the rich and the poor. Rich and the poor. Because when they start to have dinner, the topic they talk about is about future. It's about the parents. It's about what they want to achieve. But for the poor, for the student from the public school, they're not yet. Because it was 2 weeks of exchange. They not yet have this foundation. They do not know what they need to talk with them. They start to see the difference. The rich guy gonna have a rich topic because they have been there hanging around in the network of the rich. But for the public, they're always hanging around with the poor people. So that's why. The 4th point is surrounding. Your surrounding will really, really change your life. Who you hang out with. Who you spend the most time with. Not just 1 day, 1 week, even 1 year. You need longer time enough to change someone. Because your whole life cannot be changed just in 1 day or 2 weeks. Okay, you need to think about how can you change the environment of a kid, the environment of yourself so they can change. For me, like I said, in the beginning, I know nothing. I'm just a student. But when I first met the professor showed me that, yeah, for a children like me, a student like me, can talk and make business with professor. That's why in year 2 of a business, we start a business. Yep, we start a company with the professor, offering travel trip, educational tour from Hong Kong to Cambodia to Myanmar to Mongolia to poor country. So we know that making a business when we were young is possible because we have the support from the professor. See, just know, I know a breakthrough is a breakthrough. Then, because of that, we get into different competition. We join different competition about the entrepreneurship, a startup. Then we start to see different things, different people, met different people. And then, when we have enough money, when we have enough network, we start, when we're young, like 20 years old, we talk to people who are 30, 40, 50 years old, our business plan. I don't know whether I have shown you a video. There's a video that we are having a talk with the head of education. The head of education in Cambodia. We are actually on TV. We're on television of Cambodia TV. I don't know whether I can find a video. I will show you guys maybe next week. Yep, I was on the stage giving a talk to people in front of the television when I was just, I forgot, 4 or 5 years ago. See, you have no limitation just by doing these things. Even like a kid, I was a kid. I'm still am. Okay, so that's why, just the taste. When you hang out with enough people for long enough time, you know your mindset gonna change, right? So this is 4, the surrounding. 5th, number 5, the people are so different. People in the public school, they always bullying. Yep, they bully. They bully, they compare with you and them, they look down on you, they're gonna compare your score, they're gonna see what you're wearing, they always compare something that you have no idea what they're comparing with. Compare with your color, yep, the color of face, compare with hairstyle, all these things. They always focus on one thing, competition. But the people in the private school, they focus on one thing, support, motivation, appreciation. They will always love to talk to you. But in the private school, no, don't talk to me. If you talk to me, that must be something happening. But in the private school, they love to talk. They love to introduce themselves. They're learning how to what? The person in person skills, the communication skills, how to motivate people, how to inspire people, how to look up at someone, how to always find the strength or the advantages of someone and learn only from the good side of someone. See, you see, can you get it? In all our training, in all our previous training, I always talk about one thing. You love people, you want to have peace, you want to have joy. And it all reflected when you're in the childhood. And when you talk to someone, or you're always talking about, or you're complaining, you're making excuses, or you are someone talk together, you're talking about something really what? Contributing to the topics, which is really productive. Instead of something like comparison, competition, look down on someone, talk about gossip about someone, or you're talking about the news, talk about the events around the world, talk about what you can do, what you want to do. See, just the topics can make such a huge difference. So at the end of this exchange, luckily, one kid from the public school get the scholarship, that have the free study in that private school. Okay, for the other two, they kind of, because the mindset rise, they found that they do not want to stay. They feel like that they are not part of that group, so they didn't apply for the scholarship. So one of the kids, he said that, no, I have a dream right now. I want to stay there. Hence, the school gives a scholarship to that guy. Done. That's the idea. That's the idea. You need to know that childhood is the most important thing to a kid. It doesn't mean that you need to let them to go to private school. You yourself can also do that as well. A lot of people like Jack Ma, okay, a lot of poor people, a lot of CEO right now, they not even graduate school. A lot of Asian boss, they just graduate private school and then they go to start their own company. Now look at what kind of empire they're building right now. So it doesn't mean a better school is the best. More importantly is whether you personally, the 70% of the time you spend with children, you give them enough proper guidance so that they will not affected by the peer. Not affected by the peer. Okay, if affected by the peer, that means they do not have the self-discipline. They do not have the self-dependence. They still rely on the peer to give them instruction. They always listen to other people's orders instead they know what they really want in their life. Right? So that's why today, hope I can give you an introductory to parenting. Introductory to parenting. See, yeah, I am learning parenting now, even though we're not yet started to have a kid, but why not prepare for it? The more you learn every single month, every single day, it'll be useful in the future. At least I know what's happening. At least I know what you guys are doing. At least I know what are the cases around the world. And when you come back, you group your own knowledge, your own wisdom, you're going to have a book. You're going to have a book, a user manual that can help you to master your life. Because on Earth, on the universe, there's always some rule governing it. Because we are inside a game. You want to have a successful life, you want to have a life that you want, then understand the rule and then play with it. For example, the law of attraction is one of the one. Okay, dualism, that's always right and wrong, is one of them. Life is eternal. Okay, and then we also have the others like karma, and like being graceful. There's a few rules that you can follow up to learn. Just watch our previous training. Right? So let's take some question if you have any. Yep, I managed my time pretty well. Okay, it's 10 p.m. Good. I hope you guys find that I do not have any presentation, not any PowerPoint. See you how much you can take out. So we just tell you guys two main things: have a dream and have 5 cells. Okay, the 5 cell is self master. You can control your life. okay, making decisions for yourself, and then self-confidence, right? And then self-recovery, and then we have a self-dependent, don't need to depend on you anymore, and then we have self-discipline. Oh God, I feel like a marshmallow. Okay, my kids are all teenagers. There are many times I ask them to find their dream, and their dream are to make a lot of money with the thought of starting a business. It's very challenging to communicate with teenagers since they have their mind of their own. Eddie, I get what you mean. No worry. If they want to start their business, it's good. What kind of business? Do they have a role model? If they tell them, yes, I have my role model, my role model is Elon Musk, good. That's a dream. That's good enough. That's good enough. Use the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. He mentioned one thing. One very key concept. He said that in order to influence people, you need to first identify what is their need. What do they want? So if they want to start a business to make a lot of money, then you know their need. You know their need right now. So what you need to do is to show them how they can achieve it. For example, if your kid want to make a lot of money, then you need to tell them, okay, go ahead and read this book. Because these are the books that all those richest guys have read. For example, Rich Dad Poor Dad. For example, Yin Myth. For example, How to Win Friends and Influence People. For example, those book lists, give it to them. Yeah, you said that you want to start a business and successful. These are the books I have been reading. These are the books the people are reading, the richest guys are reading. Then you can already let them to do what you want, like reading some important books. Oh, the rich people, they always learn public speaking. Go ahead. Tell them to apply a public speaking class. Because to become a business leader, you need to know how to talk to people. Go ahead. Learn how to do the Toastmaster. Right? Public speaking. Right? Leadership training. Okay? Then you can, based on that, you can ask them to do a lot of stuff. Ready? So that is one of the ideas. Okay? E-com business, still good. There's a lot of different e-com business. Right? Did your parents encourage you to be a leader since you were young? Okay, that's a good one. I have been looking back of my childhood, that why I became myself. Right? One thing that my parents let me to do is let me to make decision. Yeah. Whenever she said, he just had one things. They want me to get into a university. That's the only thing they want me to do. Yeah, it's making sense. Everyone will go to university, right? And because my sister did it. My sister is 6 years older than me. 6 years older than me. She did it 6 years ago when I took the exam. Then sure, she can do it. I can do it for sure, right? That's why it's a dream. Someone have done it, I can do it. That's why I hop into university. She is in Chinese university. I'm in the Hong Kong university. It's different university, and we learn different stuff. And my parent asked me, hey, what do you want to study? I said, I just want to study maybe nutrition. I don't know what to do. Just study nutrition. Then she said that, up to you guys. Because first, my parents has no idea what it's about. Because they know that. They understand they know nothing. They cannot force me to do something. So they just give me the idea to make decision. That's why I'm on myself. Okay, do whatever I like. Because I do whatever I like, I can always try new things. The more new things I try, the more new friends I meet, the more new idea I know, the more new road I discovered. Then new people along my journey of life, hence it become me. Okay, so it's really depends on how lucky you are and how many opportunities you offer to your kid to make the decision. The more opportunity you offer to your kid, the more opportunity you open to them as well in their life. So do you have enough opportunity when you are down? Or you're like, no, I have no money, I have no choice. I can always only do whatever my parents told me to do. That's why you fail to always love to grab opportunity. Because you're always waiting for the opportunity instead to grab the opportunity. Because your parents is the one who gives the opportunity. So that's a change. I think that's one of the reasons why I'm doing what I like right now, that I keep offering opportunity to other people as well. See, in my training, you see, I offer opportunity for people in the Philippines, in Cambodia, for people to work for me, to learn some new things. I offer partnership with people. I offer my training. I offer share with all these people because I know that there's going to be someone in your life going to give you something. But when you want to get that, you need to be someone who always gives an opportunity. Because only when you are the giver, then you will know what is our opportunity. Then you will grab it at the right time. People who do not offer new things, who do not offer opportunity, they never know there was opportunity. Because they themselves never give out opportunity. That's the reason why you always say you give, you take. Because only when you give, you know what it is. When you give enough, when you grab it, you know what is the things that you give out. And that is what you need to get it back. All right. Okay, so I'm happy that these 14 people in this live watching until now. I hope you guys enjoyed today's training. Please give me a like in this post. It's just 7 likes. I will expect at least 10 because 14 people watching it. And I don't know where you guys are. Maybe you guys are from Singapore, from Hong Kong, from Malaysia, even some of them from Australia or from the US. I really appreciate you guys listening to some Asian guys, okay, talking about something about that really spiritual that maybe I may not have the power to say, because I'm not someone who have parents, who have kids. I'm not someone who have enough experience about what you guys have experienced, but I'm just based on what I've learned and giving you guys what is my thought. Okay, remember that there's no limitation in terms of age, no limitation in terms of the power. All you need to know is, the colonel of KFC started KFC when he was 60 years old. And even though right now you are 50, you're 40, you still have a chance to start something. All right? It takes years, okay, for people to find out what they really like. And it may just take them a few months to achieve what they really want. So the long journey is not about how you can achieve it. The long journey is whether you have found the desire, the real things that you really want to achieve in your life. For example, if your parents, just one, give the best to your kid. Let him or her to make the decision. Make him proud, that he know that my parents always loved me. Give him the best childhood so that he do not need to use his whole life to recover, to healing his childhood. All right? What's the title of the documentary? Need to find it. BBC. It's BBC. Let me find it for you guys. BBC exchange student private school, public school. I may find it and share with you guys in the yeah. Oh, here. School swap. Let me share my screen. This one. Okay, I think it's this one. Let me see. Yeah, this one. Exactly this one. Yeah, those are the kids. This one. School swap the cast divided. I think there's a few episodes. Okay, you can go ahead and watch this one. Alright. Reset. I started to read on Liao Fan's Liao Fan's Sishun, yep, about changing destiny. Have you discussed about this book yet? Not yet. I'm planning to read this book. I know the story in a lot of videos, but I haven't read the book yet. Wait for me. Okay. Must be popular in China, right? It's probably the father writing important lessons for his son. Yup. It's pretty important. But right now, not a lot of people love to read Chinese book. I mean the ancient book. People more often into quick information on the internet or quick information from school. They still relying too much in terms of peer sharing instead of self-learning. So you need to, like I said, learn by yourself instead of relying on other people. It's the most important things. Always learn by yourself. Even though someone different like me, I tell you something, go ahead and watch this video. See if you can get the same idea. Look at me, what I've done. The same video, I can come up with 5 points. Okay, 5 points. How about you? Can you get the same similar 5 minutes, or maybe you get 10, 20 different minutes from the same documentary? So with this week, you have time, go ahead and watch that documentary. I think it should be available somewhere. Okay, and write down your experience. Maybe this is something you can teach your kid, show them as well. Liao Fan, is it in English version? Maybe. I think there should be. This is a very popular book. With Thai translation, even better. Okay. Good. All right. So I think that's it for today's sharing. Hope you guys enjoy today's sharing. This week, the same time, we're gonna be here as well. So next week, we're gonna bring you some more exciting topics. So this week is your homework. It's your homework to review your childhood, to review your childhood, and to review your teaching to the children as well. Right? Whether you are parents now or not yet, this is really, really important because it applies. This concept applies to the team, the people around you. Are you giving opportunity to your friends or to your team or to your brother or sister, even your parents, to accumulate these 5 cells? Okay, if they cannot find a balance, these 5 cells, they cannot be the leader of their life. Okay, so because everyone link up together. What I show you is the big theory. When a big theory, they can apply to every single human being, not just children, not just kids. All right. So hope you guys can apply this in your daily life and show me what you have done later on. All right. So have a good day, have a good weekend. See you guys next week and have fun. Enjoy your weekend. All right. Bye bye.